Okay, I think I'm live this morning now. I was getting a little, it didn't want to go live. We got a little bit of crazy weather going on this morning, so I'm hoping that everything is all good. If you can give me a thumbs up in the chat. Oh, I see it on my phone now. It's coming up. Okay, wonderful. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Craft and Chat, Yakety Yak. Y'all talk back. So how is everybody doing this morning? I hope you're all doing well. Um, like I said, it's been a little rainy here this morning, little off and on, mostly overcast. And I'm out in the outdoor kitchen today, enjoying some of this weather. It's cooler, so I got on like some 3/4 length sleeves today. Isn't that awesome? I'm loving the feel of everything that's coming. Uh, so let's say hello to everybody first, and then we'll move on from there. So the Wendy with Hardneck Farms is in here. Good morning, Wendy. I hope you're feeling a little bit better today. She's got a case of the poison ivy. So if anybody has any great remedies, like home remedies, please pass them along in chat to her because she would be most appreciative of that. And there is Jay Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. Good morning, Tamara. Hopefully you're doing good. There's Joe Fix It for you. Good morning, dear. Hopefully you're doing good. There's Auntie Jan with her new channel. If you don't know, Auntie Jan has started her new channel name, Rocks and Raccoons with Auntie Jan. And there is Dee at Dee's Garden Adventures. She is with us this morning. She had an awesome video out yesterday, and she said, look, I took the #1 crown from Joey. That will last about 2 seconds. That's funny. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Because I know as soon as he steps back in, it's going to reboot him. I don't know how those crowns work. I mean, I think you can start like 4 days ahead, or as soon as the thumbnail drops, and you can start putting in, get the #1 crown, and not come back until like midway through the live, and you'll get your #1 crown back. I don't know how that works. Hey, good morning, Karen Bress. Hopefully you're doing good. Looks like we may have a little bit of sun to pop out. It's trying to peek through the clouds here. So Tamara saying good morning to everybody. There is Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. Good morning, Rebecca. Hopefully you're doing good. Let's see. Oh my goodness. What? I got you up at 7 a.m. in Oregon. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. And if you know that quote, you know that quote. I can't believe it. So good morning. Wow, it's really coming out now. See, I came out here on the porch to do it because I thought, oh, well, it's going to be cloudy and overcast, and, the light won't be weird. And guess what? The light is weird. I may have to go inside and change over to in there. So hopefully lazy days ahead with Jesse and Lisa. I'm sure everybody else is not awake. I'm sure Jesse's the only one up yet, but hopefully you guys are doing good. All the shorts you've been putting out looks like you guys are having a blast. I gotta shade my face from the sun. That's crazy. Now, you saw how it was when we started. It has been that way all day long. Okay, and now I started live and it wants to do this. That's crazy. OMG. Oh my gosh. It'll go back in a second, I'm sure. It probably won't stay out for long. So, haven't seen any homemade remedies yet, Wendy. But everybody is saying hello to one another. I love that. That's so sweet. Yes, and if there is a mod in here who would like to drop Auntie Jan's, any of the mods can drop any links. I don't care. You guys can say what you got coming up. If you've got videos coming out, or anything that you'd like to promote, just feel free to have at it in the chat, but any of the mods are welcome to drop links. There is Molly, Pest Hunter's Best Catch. Good morning. How are you? Hopefully you're doing good this morning. Sorry about the weird picture. It wasn't like this when I started. Oh, now it's going back in. See, I told you it would change. Thank goodness. I was starting to get a twitch in my eye. I got Grandma's Poison Ivy soap with jewelweed, but this is brutal. I have blisters on my face, and my face is red. My eyelid has it. Oh my goodness. What? That's so nuts. I am so sorry, Wendy. There is James Hall. Good morning, James. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good this morning, Mr. Piggy said, boo. Yeah, I got my Halloween cup up. You know, they got all the Halloween stuff. Well, they've actually had it out for like a week in Walmart, 2 weeks. So I got my Halloween cup. Good morning, Piggy. How are you? I hope you and Eileen are doing good. We have been just doing some homestead projects, some just a whole lot of stuff. Last week we were traveling a little bit, and at this time last week and the afternoon time both, we were at different things that we couldn't go live, so that's why I didn't do a craft and chat last week. Usually I'm pretty good about every week. Put your hoodie on, turn your chair. Or I could check my pockets, Joey. How's that? Our sun just popped out too, been cloudy all morning. I know, as soon as I go live, right? Thank you for dropping those links. I appreciate it, guys. You are so welcome, Auntie Jan. And I, who was it last night? I think you, or yesterday, you were in, no, not yesterday. It was 2 days ago when you were in, hey, y'all, hey, round the hay bale. I dropped it, and that night I subscribed. So when I found out that you had a new channel, so that is awesome. Everybody's going to be praying for you, Wendy, because that scratch it. Listen, when we get chigger bites, good morning, Bud Files. When we get attacked by chiggers, it is absolutely maddening. I mean, it's nuts. And it's constant itching, and it feels like there's no relief in sight. So I can imagine that's the same thing with you, maybe even worse. I see steroids in your future, Wendy. Yeah, that would definitely help. There is Karen Gattiosi. Good morning, Karen. I hope you are doing well this morning. Let's see. Everybody is dropping the link. The Nanny Tam said good morning again, Ginger. Good morning, Nanny Tam. How are you? I hope you're good. So let's see. I'm going down. I see the links are dropping again. Everybody's saying good morning to everybody. Everybody's saying good morning to the Bud Files. I am a slow learner, just a few posts and vids. Thanks for all the support. You are so welcome, Auntie Jan. You're going to do great, I'm sure. But I'm just going to tell you, make sure and just be patient, because it takes a while. Somebody told me when we started YouTube, when I started Not For Nothing Homestead, that it would probably take about a year to get to 1,000 subs. And, you know, sometimes there's anomalies, and, you know, you get different things going on, and maybe you have like one of those viral videos or something. But generally speaking, it does take almost a year. You know, somewhere between 6 months and a year. I think when I hit my 6-month mark, I actually hit 500 subs at that time. But we have a huge community here that supports you, and so you'll get a lot from that and a lot of shout outs, I'm sure. Let's see. Yes, thank you, Jesse. He dropped it too. Everybody's dropping her link. Good. Check your pockets, Douglas. Is Scotty, not you, Ginger. Huh? No. Check your pockets is a saying when Jesse lost his car keys. And then it became a channel because Jesse said somebody should make that a channel name. And then next thing you know, Scotty made a channel called Check Your Pockets. But yes, that is we spent half a day in Biloxi, in Biloxi, looking for Jesse's Jeep keys, and all the while they were in a bottom pocket of his cargo pants of ones that he had worn the day before. So we went back to a casino. They tore their room apart. They tore their suitcases apart. We were looking everywhere, and all the while they were in his pocket. So that's why we say check your pockets if you can't find something. I wish I had chiggers easier. I'm not so sure about that, Wendy. I don't know. But I mean, they're both miserable for sure. Absolutely. No live with Scott today. He will be live tomorrow. Okay, I had already checked and I didn't see anything, but I didn't look on posts. So you must have looked at a post that he had. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate that. Let's see. Except poison ivy needs him. Oh, I missed the comment before that. Thank you so much, dear precious friends. I just want to rip my skin off. Yeah, I have scratched so much on a chigger bite where I have made my skin go away. I pulled my skin off. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. You were missed, Ginger. It was like you went on vacation too. Yeah, it kind of was, wasn't it? But it just happened that it fell on a day where we had something we had to go do. So there's Dawn Hartwell. Good morning. Rebecca said, "Hi everyone. I'm timing myself on making a knitted hat that's reversible. That's why I'm not chatting." So she can hear us. If you want to say anything to Miss Rebecca, just know that she does hear you. I love this community. How can I help? Just shout out Auntie Jan and her new channel. That would be fantastic, and I know she appreciates it. And then, speak of the devil, check your pockets, Douglas. Who's calling my name? Who is calling me out this morning? Good morning, Scotty. Yes, Tamara said, good morning, Scotty. There you are. And just like magic, we said it, and he appears. It can take a lot longer too. I've had channel for years, still don't have 1,000 subs, and my watch hours are down in the toilet. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, Dee. I'm sure you got quite a boost from Survival Seeds, and you've done quite a few videos. And this week, she did an update video on her loofah. So you want to go check that out, guys. I'm not spilling any beans. I'm just telling you to go check that out. Wendy said, oh my gosh, Jesse, I'm rubbing off on you. I don't know. I think it's just 63 is getting the best of him. He tries, but 63 is just kicking his butt. Yeah. Sometimes it's easier. Sometimes it's, sometimes you get like a whole bunch of subscribers in like a really short amount of time, and you're like, okay, let's keep this momentum going. Keep it going. Keep it going. And then YouTube will take half of them away, and you're like, what just happened? Are you kidding me? So, okay, sissy, we get the point. Lisa forgot to check my pocket, so she feels bad enough already. Yeah, I'm sure she's feeling real bad in there catching some Z's. Annie Jan said, witch hazel with 14% alcohol works amazing for me. Okay. I had heard Vicks too, to put Vicks Vapor Rub on, bites and irritations. And we tried that with the chigger bites. It actually did not work very well for us. I mean, it's a temporary fix, but I mean, I don't want to be coating myself in Vicks all day. Although, when I don't feel good, I love me some Vicks. Put it right under your nose like Mama did. Rub it on your chest. Put a warm cloth on your chest. It'll clear you right up. I love that stuff. I lose keys, phones, sunglasses, my mind. It's so bad. Wendy says, yeah, well, Wendy, we're all getting to that age where things like that happen. Tommy, good morning. Tommy Stig Social Club. Hello, Ginger. I can see you, but can't hear you. I'm in meetings. Oh, blessings to you and chat crew from North Jersey. North Jersey. You are so well. Thank you so much for coming in, Tommy. Blessings to you as well, and I hope your meetings go well. So, Auntie Jan, you have picked up a couple more here that know that now you have a channel. Annie, good morning. How are you doing? Oh, actually, it's good evening for you. It's nighttime. Annie is in Australia, Perth, Australia. So, anyway, say good morning to Annie. It's been a while. I hope you're doing good, and I hope your gardens are good as well. Maybe, let's see, we're going into fall, so you're going into spring, so you're about to start your gardens. And here comes the sun again. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. It's that this is the time of year many are outside, not inside, watching the tubes. Yes, because it's the changing of the guard. You know, the switching of the season, and it's not sweltering hot out there, and you can just get out there and do and do and do all day long. It is what it is. I'm still here, though. Thank you, Ginger. You're very welcome. Tommy said, hello, everyone. Thank you for the love and the hellos this morning. A wonderful crew you guys have here. I'm happy I found you all. We're so happy that you found us, too. Thank you so much. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Bushcrafty Cooks. Good morning. How are you doing? Is that Charles? Is that a second channel for Charles? I'm thinking maybe. Oh, thank you, Brother Jesse. He said, smash that like button, folks. Let's see. I did rub witch hazel rubbing alcohol, grandma's poison ivy soap, homeopathic stuff. Okay. All right. You know, those first 2 days are, you know what? I don't even want to say it out loud, but you know what I was going to say. They're hard. We'll put it that way. The first 2 days of anything like that is like really hard. You're just like digging and itching and digging and itching. Good morning, Terry Crafty 333. Hopefully you're doing good this morning. Let's see. I have some fun stuff to show you guys that I'm getting out of that I got out of the garden. Everybody's saying hello to Terry. We are family. All of my sisters and brothers. We are family. Yes. Going into spring. Yes. Annie is going into spring where we currently have potatoes, tomatoes, onions, sugar snap peas growing. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm going to stop right there and just, you know, take a moment to appreciate the sugar snap peas because I love them. I love to go out there and pick cherry tomatoes and a couple sugar snap peas and just have that as a snack as you're going through the garden. I'm so jealous. Have been uploading more shorts. They seem to get more views than longer videos. Yeah, sometimes they do, that's for sure. Dawn said we put clear nail polish on the bites and it suffocates those chiggers and they quit biting. Yeah. So she has, Dawn, she has poison ivy right now. She got into a big bad batch of BBB of poison ivy. So if you have something that would work for that, I have tried the clear nail polish on the chigger bites. It didn't work for me. But I may have just had, you know, so many that it was just, I mean, I felt like L'Oreal. I was buying stock in L'Oreal and just like pouring nail polish on my legs. That was crazy. Well, that was one of the first couple of years we moved up here. It was hard. I got a tin of homemade bug bite salve from Tammy, Mountain Grandma. It works amazing for the itching. Not sure what's in it, but it works. Oh, I bet you she has a video on it because Mountain Grandma has a lot of homemade recipes for things. She does amazing. And they just rounded up the My Home Apothecary 2025 collaboration. So they do have a giveaway for that, and it is coming soon. I believe it's this coming Monday night at 9 p.m. Check Mountain Grandma and Natasha at the Budget Preppers, because they co-hosted it together. Check their channels. Make sure it's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So as we do digging in the Word, you go right into their giveaway. I think is I'm pretty sure that was what I was told. So look out for that. Make sure and mark that on your calendar. I also took a bath in Epsom salt and baking soda, and then calamine lotion works. I wore socks on my hands like a little bitty baby, right? I didn't want to scratch your face, so you're going to put socks on your hands. That's too funny. I mean, anything that works, right, Wendy? Tim, this is a wake-up call. I'm going to be building my apothecary and make salves, tinctures, and everything. Yes. It does kind of, when you get in a desperate situation like that, you're like, okay, this is it. Next time I'm not going to be caught, with my pants down, so to speak. I'm going to be prepared for this stuff. Wendy said, sadly, I am covered in poison ivy. Got the same ivy years ago in front of the farm. Same place I told Tom he will weed whack under the trees and in front. The only thing I would say is I was listening to Mike and Terry last night, and Mike is allergic to poison ivy. So I guess at one point they lived somewhere else, not where they are now, and then a neighbor that had an adjoining chain link fence, they had a privacy fence. The neighbor pulled all of their poison ivy off of the fence and burned it. And when they burned it, Mike was out in the backyard, or I guess it was like summertime, and he was breathing it in. Well, his throat closed, his chest got tight, so they had to end up airlifting him. They intubated him. I mean, that was a big deal. I mean, it got down in his lungs. So whatever Tom does, tell him don't burn it. I don't know what else to tell you to do with it, but don't burn it, because you'll get way more problems than you bargained for. Yeah, big blisters and spots that itch so bad I'm about to cuss. Well, I could just drop something on my toe and cuss, Wendy. So, sorry. I try not to, but, sometimes in the heat of the moment, you say a potty word. Can't help it. I'm so very sorry, Wendy. I know how miserable you must be. Yes, absolutely. My best short got 2.1K views. I was shocked and surprised. That's awesome, Annie. That is so awesome. That is amazing. Okay. So I got some fun stuff to show you guys. Let me take the comment down. I want to share. Hey, Bowen. Bowen is in here this morning. He said, just prayed for you, Wendy. Okay. So this is the biggest one I've ever gotten, guys. Look at my butternut squash. This is the biggest one I have ever grown. I am so excited. I love roasted butternut squash. It is so good. Just, put it on a sheet pan, peel it, dice it up, put it on a sheet pan, sprinkle it with olive oil, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic in there. You can put some whole cloves or do minced garlic, whatever flavors you love, and roast it on like 350 to 400 for about 30, 45 minutes. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm so excited to have some butternut squash, and I'm going to make some chicken with it. So some chicken thighs. So that is going to be absolutely awesome. I'm so excited. So that is my biggest butternut squash to date that I have ever gotten. So excited about it. So excited. Everybody's saying congratulations to Annie for that awesome short. I pour apple cider vinegar and Dawn mix on the roots for poison ivy. Oh, and that'll kill it? Oh, that sounds good. There you go. So do that, Wendy. Make sure you don't burn it. Wendy said, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Here comes the sun again. Here comes the sun. Oh, Tamara said, nice, Ginger. Thank you. Wow, beautiful squash. Yes, that butternut is good. Jewelweed and tea tree oil is really good for poison ivy. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that. That's awesome. Name Tam said, wow, that's gorgeous. It's huge. Well done. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love it. Yeah, it is huge, isn't it? That's the biggest one. The last one I had was like this big. I mean, I got like maybe a half serving size of diced butternut squash. Um, Me too, Karen. I love butternut squash. I really do. Now, I've made it in a soup before and I did like it, but I like it much better diced up and roasted. I really do. Wow, Sissy, that is awesome looking squash. Well, I got another one when the sun goes back down that I'm going to show you that's even bigger than that. Yum, Ginger, love butternut. Me too. I mean, do you know how much this thing would cost if you bought it in the store? And this is one of those plants that was kind of out in an area that I really didn't do much to. I mean, I germinated it, I put it out there, and I pretty much let the Lord take hold and water it and so on and so forth. And I watered it every now and then, but it's in a location that sometimes I kind of forget about. You know, you have those plants. Sometimes you're like, ah, crap, I forgot about you. Sorry. So every once in a while, I go out there and water, give it a little bit of water, and but yeah, that thing is huge. I love it. I have been using jewelweed soap, and so far, no avail. So it hasn't helped at all. Darn it. Try that squash with butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. I'll do the butter, and I'll do the cinnamon, but not the brown sugar because I'm off the sugar. But maybe I could put some stevia in it or something like that. But that sounds good too. It does tend to, butternut squash does tend to lean towards the sweet side when you make a soup out of it. Ginger, have you ever roasted the seeds from the squash? Roast them in some paprika till just crunchy. Well, the first two butternut squashes I got, I roasted those and I saved the seeds for next year. So this one will probably have a ton of seeds in it. So I will make sure and save the seeds from this one, Annie, and I'll roast those and see how they do. Oh my gosh, with the sun. You set up the perfect thing, or so you think, and then, the weather just poops all over it. So I will try that. About $12. I don't know what that was for. Huh. Oh, there's Johnny. Here's Johnny. There is Johnny Gillum. Hey, hey, hey. Hello. How are you this morning? Hopefully you're doing good. You're probably running around like a chicken with the head cut off trying to get caught back up. He said, I just got the hot water tank in, had to lift the 50-gallon tank 5 feet straight up. I'm bear hugging it. Well, I mean, you're almost there. You're giant, so you could do a squat and then up and to get it in the spot. Oh my goodness. I know. I've seen Joey like finagle some stuff that I'm like, that's questionable. You might want to be careful. So, but glad you got it in, and hopefully everything will be good getting it hooked back up. Now you can blow the stink off. I'm not sure what that's about. That's funny. Tamara said, Big John, Big Bad John. There is Jerry and Susan, or just Jerry. Good morning. We are headed to get meat chickens. Oh, nice. Yeah, I heard Jan say something the other day that they were about to start getting ready for their meat chickens. So I guess it is that time of year when everybody starts getting in their meat chicken, their meat birds, and they only take like 8 weeks, right? 8 to 10 weeks, I think. Let's see. So we can't tag. That's what he said. Going to get the meat chickens so they can't tag. But it says, good morning. Oh, there is Josh, Rivers to Roots Outdoors. Hey, y'all. Hope everyone is doing well in y'all's neck of the woods. We are good. Hopefully you're doing well, Josh. When is the day you leave? We need to know that. What day is the we're out of here day? And hope you and the family are all doing very well. Yep, everybody's saying good luck getting that. Glad you got it in where it needs to be, and I'm sure it was a wrestling match between you and that. You should be headed this way, right, Josh? I don't know if he is just yet. Oh, Jerry said both of us in the car. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Susan. Hey, Jerry, will you ask Susan, has she ever tried finger knitting? Because I'm trying that this week. I mean, it's time to start those winter crafts because pretty soon we're going to be like stuck inside, hibernating for a bit. And I absolutely I have tried finger knitting. The first time I tried it, I kind of threw it to the side. I was like, no, I hate this. And then I went back at it and I was like, don't give up. Don't be a quitter, Ginger. Don't be a quitter. So I went back at it and so I like it now. Rebecca's in here too, but she can't chat, but maybe Rebecca has tried I don't know if she has tried the finger knitting as well. Jerry said yes, 8 weeks. I mean, that is a quick turnaround. That is a turn and burn for meat birds. Getting ready to go out to seed all of the food plots. Oh, and that's another thing. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because bow season starts here next Saturday. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. I got a big boy I've been watching on the hill, so hopefully he won't go anywhere. When 2 years ago they ghosted me. He comes through. There's lots of ladies around that have been coming, bringing their babies. They're not quite up yet, need to let them walk on. But big boy he's pretty good. He's at least 8. So I'm excited. Dinah D said she is still listening. And I am so excited. I hope tonight that we get to see some of the things that came about in the garden there, Gillum Farms, while you were gone. Because maybe a picture or something like that. Because I heard about something you may have come back to. Hi, Jesse, the most hard to find YouTuber in Alaska. For somebody who has like a hitch in his giddy up, he can walk pretty fast. Oh, Auntie Jen said, I'm here just listening. Yes, we know you're still there. I hope you're still there. And hopefully you're enjoying it. My niece is finger knitting a blanket. She won't let me video even just her fingers. She's 12 and she's super shy. Well, I am so glad that she likes it, Nanny Tam. Rebecca said, I will let you know that no, I have not done finger knitting yet. I'm like I said, the first time I couldn't stand it, I threw it to the side, and now I'm like, don't be a quitter, Ginger. Daddy didn't raise no quitter, so get back after it. So I went back in and tried it again, and now I kind of get I got a rhythm going. So that's really good. After all the big talk, our go-kart race ended up being 4 people. What? That was it? Just 4 of you got on the go-karts? Dang. Well, who won? We still got to know who won. Let's see. Josh said, Lord willing, soon. Waiting for our passport cards to come in and our youngest daughter, Tilly's birth certificate to come in from the state, who was never registered. Can't cross the border without it. Oh, well, yeah, you got to make sure that your papers are all in order. You want to make sure you don't have to stay anywhere waiting for something like that. Awesome, Josh. Looking forward to your journey. Yes, we are. I second that, Tamara. And I'm sure everybody else, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 10th, 11th, 12th, whatever. Okay, since this is on my eyelid, I'm going to see an MD that practices natural homeopathic as well. Homeopathic or naturopathic, I guess, is the same thing. My appointment is 11. Gotta go. Love you all. I will leave this running. Okay, thank you. Wendy, good luck. We'll say a prayer for you. Hopefully they can give you some kind of topical medicine that you can put on that's on your eye. That's crazy. Johnny said, well, who do you think won? Christine? I'm just asking. I don't know who the 4 people were. Who were the 4? Name the 4 people, Johnny, and then I'm going to take a guess. Did you sit on the sidelines or did you get in and race? Pooh rares for a solution. I love that. I don't know if you did that on accident or on purpose. What did Tamara say? Christine, I said Christine too. Excuse me. Josh did say, but house has been closed and done. Nice. That is a huge load off your shoulders, I am sure. Living in camper in front yard of my mother-in-law's. Been in camper for close to 4 months now. Yeah, you can. It's amazing the tight spaces you can live in for an extended amount of time with that many people. Yeah. Okay. Me, Christine, Angie, and Tony. Okay, well, I'm going to go with you then, Johnny, since you're the racer. Either, yeah. I don't know. Angie's a little cutthroat, so I feel like she'd be cutting you off every corner and not caring. So, are you going to tell us who won tonight? Is that what's going to happen? Are you going to save that? It's okay if you do. If you want to wait until tonight, don't forget tonight is Homestead Hangout. It starts first with Gillum Farms at 6 p.m. I'm sorry. It's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Then it goes to White Rock and then to 9 Acres. So, excuse me. ATM said accident. Let's see. Josh, those documents come quick. Oh, yeah, prayers that those documents come quick. Yes, especially the birth certificate. Those seem to like creep through the mail a little bit slower than everything else in the world. I don't know why. Let's see. I was wearing a GoPro, so there is a great video of it. Okay, sounds good. That sounds good. Thank you, Dink and Tank. Definitely need them. Yes, prayers for you, Josh. You know, we've been praying for your whole family, and hopefully that trip is going to be amazing. And I've seen your videos where you're already, you know, some things have gone wrong with your wife's truck, and you're like, praise God, it happened while we're here, and I can fix it here, and we're not all stuck on the side of the road somewhere, you know, teetering off of a cliff. So I know you're trying to do everything in your power to make sure that this trip goes as well, as smoothly as possible with a whole entire family, bunch of kids. I don't even know if I could be able to do that when the kids were little. I mean, that's crazy, but they help. They help one another, so that is the good thing. Noise, Gillum. Noise. Hey, Scott. There is Scott rambling with the brooms. Hopefully you are doing well this morning. I did see a short of you having a little bit of seasickness, so I hope that you got over that pretty quickly so that you could enjoy your time on the ship. Let's see. Oh gosh, Josh praying for quick delivery of those documents. Yes, Homestead Hangout. There is the, let's see, Homestead Hangout consists of Gillum Farms, White Rock, and 9 Acre Family Farms. Yep. Nanny Tam said, that'll be fun to watch, Johnny. Yes, it will be. Let's see. We are going on at 8 p.m. tonight. Oh, okay. So I guess it'll start with White Rock, 9 Acre, and then Gillum Farms is how it'll go. Because 8 p.m. Central, his time is 9 p.m. my time. So there you go. So don't start at Gillum Farms because you're going to end with Gillum Farms. Let's see. She said, oh, talking about Johnny's thing. Yeah. Way too much to do to be ready by 5. Yeah, I can bet. I can bet. And here it's so much slower. Tilly is 15 months old. We have to deal with Juno, which is thousands of miles. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. We are going to continue to pray for you. And I know you're going to document it, so that'll be awesome. Just checked and I was unsubscribed from your channel, Josh. Resubbed. Oh, there you go. He said, thank you, Nanny Tam. Prayers needed for Rita at Prayer Mountain Homestead. Her husband is on life support. Oh, my goodness. Auntie Jan, I did not know that. Yes, everybody is doing prayers up for Rita. Oh, my goodness. Yes, prayer warriors. Say some prayers for him. Oh, my gosh, I am so sorry. Y'all, live times are confusing. Well, they're just switching it up. Instead of being on the front end, they're on the back end now. So, but usually I kick everybody there and say, go to Gillum, and then they'll tell you where to go from there. But, yeah, so this time it doesn't start with Gillum, it ends with Gillum. So, good morning, Virginia Alexander. As Jesse says, there is VA from the PA. Everybody's saying good morning. Oh, and he did say that too. Good morning, VA from the PA. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so my trombonzino squash was my 7th seed in survival seeds. So here is the Mac Daddy of all that I have gotten. So this is I think this is the biggest one. Might be this one. But I got 2 of them, and they are huge. Now, you can treat this, if you get this green, which mine's not really green. It kind of looks like it has a green hue, but it's actually more of a cream peachy color. When it gets to that stage, you want to treat it somewhat like butternut squash. So you can kind of dice it up and roast it. When it's young and small and green, you can pick them and you treat them like a yellow squash. You know, you could fry it up real good. Speaking of which, I got another yellow squash yesterday, and I was really excited about that. The one that the squash bugs didn't get to. This one, I think, is 28 and a half inches long. No. It's this one. This one is 28 and a half. So it's like 2.5, 2 foot, 2 plus foot. I know, they're crazy, aren't they? They are crazy. And then I have the other ones that are like hook shaped because they started on one side of the trellis and then kind of came out the other side and hung down. But I will tell you, I didn't know what these tasted like, and I did roast some. It is a very mild flavor. Almost, I could say you could almost do it like a potato when you roast it, when you get it in the more peachy colored state. Use it as like a potato. You know, a potato is kind of a very neutral flavor, and you can, you know, put butter or whatever on it and then put meat on top of that, or you know, you could put some flavoring on it, have it as a side dish, just whatever you want to do with it. That's how the squash is when it is in this stage like this, where you would treat it like a butternut squash. You know, butternut squash has a very distinct flavor. And let's see, spaghetti squash has a very distinct flavor. Yellow squash has a distinct flavor. This is a very neutral. So you could take it any way. That is the thing I actually really love about this, is you can just take it any which way. You could have it with some shredded venison. You could have it with hamburgers on the side. Ooh, I should try frying some, like some French fries. Oh my gosh, that's a fantastic idea. I just thought of that all on my own. I might try to do that. That's pretty cool. But I do love that they have a very neutral flavor. I just watched myself smack myself in the head. That was a little crazy. Sorry. Oh, yes. Oh, goodness. uh, Susan is a very strong lady. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Oh, let's see. Jerry said Susan was the only one I was thinking would get seasick, but she never did, nor even put on the patch. Well, that is awesome. I am so excited about that. So glad for her, because it is miserable to be seasick on the high seas. That's not fun. Uh, Josh said, thank you, Nanny Tam. I need to do a live or an update video. I know. Aren't those so crazy, Auntie Jan? And let me tell you something. Tamara said, wowza. Let me tell you something. Talk about something easy to grow. Okay, this is another one of those things that I just put the seed in, let it germinate, and then I put it out there in the survival seeds garden. I haven't been in a position to where they're at, and I dug down in the weed fabric to really get water to go down in there. This is all God and Mother Nature. Okay, the weather elements. God waters it when He wants it to have water, and when it doesn't, He doesn't water it. I'm telling you, they pretty much are kind of like loofahs. They took care of themselves. And I just think that is amazing. And I did have quite a few squash bugs go over there, get on and around the plants, but none of it ever affected these. You know how when it gets in a squash plant, you can see all the guts that the squash bug gets in there, and you see all these guts coming up that it's pushing out and digging through. None of that. None of the, and that particular vine that they do that on will just, everything on it will just start wilting and it won't ever come back up. Never had any of that happen. Now, I did have some powdery mildew get on it. But, I mean, that happens with any of our plants that have squash-like, leaves, those big leaves. They seem to get powdery mildew faster. Let's see. Karen said, anyone ever grow sweet dumpling squash? I was wondering what it tastes like. No, I have not. I had one, and I don't know where the seed pack is right this moment, that was something like that I tried to germinate. No, that was the Lady Godiva's pumpkins. And they never germinated. The whole pack was bad. Nothing ever came up. And I don't know. I don't think I did the dumpling squash. I don't know. I might have. Or a dumpling pumpkin. Something like that. I'm not sure. They're so unique looking. They are, aren't they? They're so crazy looking. Ginger had a hoodie moment. By George, I think she's got it. No, I had a, what's going on? That's a fantastic idea. Hi, Virginia, we are in the car using the phone, so can't tag, is what Johnny and Jerry and Susan said to you there, Virginia. And Johnny did say hi. So there you go. So anyways, yeah, so I've had some really great luck with that. The other thing that I've done is guys, my okra is as tall as me. Not kidding you. My okra plants are as tall as, I'm cutting okra at eye level. That's, and I'm still getting a bunch of okra. Right now, I have some okra chips dehydrating in the dehydrator, and we're going to see how those taste. I found that recipe online. Looks pretty good, where you could just have an okra snack. So I'm pretty jazzed about seeing how that is. I'm still getting them to where they're this long. If I go out there and I miss one, and I'm like, holy cow, where did the rocket ship come from? So that's good. I do love the little ones raw in a salad. The bigger ones, I saved a bunch of them and dried them out. And look at this whole plate is full of okra seeds. And these things, for an okra seed, these things are big. I got some that are like, let's see if I can get that to, you get the picture. I've gotten some before that are like super tiny, but these are huge. This whole plate is full, and I still have some big ones over on the windowsill that are drying. So I'm really excited about that. I think next year I'm just going to make that whole thing okra, because okra seems to do very, 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 very good over there. The squash seems to die over there. I mean, it's where squash goes to die with the squash bugs. So I think I'm just going to do that whole thing in okra next year. And I think that's going to be the ticket. So I'm very excited. And if these okra chips, dehydrated okra chips, come out good, I'm excited about that. Now, I cut them lengthways and not in little circles, just because the recipe showed it that way. And I just thought that would be really good as like a alternative snack to like potato chips and stuff like that. The spice that I put on it was really good. And then I think there was a lot of the spice, and I tossed them all and tossed it, and then I tasted one about halfway through the dehydrating process to see if it was done yet, and man, it packs a punch. So I may go a little lighter on the seasoning next time. We'll see how it goes. We found some grapes here in Oregon that taste like cotton candy. Oh, I've seen those before at here. Um, when I used to work in the produce department at Ingalls, the people would die for the cotton candy grapes. Every year they would come in. They are very seasonal. They would only last like a month. We would only get shipments in for like a month, and then they were out of season. Kind of like Vidalia onions here in Georgia. They come in. They're only here for like a couple months, and then they go out of season. I don't know why they do that, but that sounds awesome. Yeah, they are pretty good. They're very sweet, guys. I'm telling you, when it says cotton candy grapes, it does taste like cotton candy. Oh, Karen said, have to run. Everybody have a great day. Bye, Karen. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Yep, everybody's saying have a great day. It's so funny. If you like okra, you want it cooked. Someone who thought she didn't like okra eats it raw. I know. You know what? I grew it and I forced myself to eat it. I said, if I grow it, I'm going to eat it. Period. End of story. So I'm going to at least try it. So then when I found, and I didn't think you could eat it raw. I thought it was like poisonous or something to you. So, but then when I did the research, it said, no, you can eat it raw. It is fine to eat it raw. And, the younger, tender ones are the ones you want to do. I dice them up, put them in a salad. I put them in quinoa before. Quinoa is very high in iron. And so if you're anemic or, you just have low iron, borderline anemic, quinoa is a really good thing. So are lentils. But diced okra, just raw, small, very tender okra in quinoa is very good. And then put like some little snack peppers. We like to grow those snack peppers, and they're so good. And that all of that makes like a really good little side salad that's packed with iron and really good for you. My okra doesn't make it in the house, Deanna said, but I only have a few plants. I just went like a whole double row on the left side of that garden up there where I put the squash plants in the bags, in the grow bags. I mean, I'm almost afraid to use that soil. I think I may just bust those bags open and leave that soil there, because I'm sure somewhere in there are, squash bugs go back and they burrow back into your soil, and then they like overwinter in there, and then when spring comes out, they come back out in that same area. So I'm just very scared to plant any more squash out there anymore. I didn't realize that. So the first year that I got really, really, really good results with squash, and I did get hit with squash bugs, I guess every year since then, it's just come back in there. Cotton candy grapes are my favorite, Deanna said. Yeah. Yep. Eat it raw too. I don't like it. I don't care for it cooked. Squash. I mean, not squash. Okra. I don't like fried okra or anything like that. But I do like broiled okra, which I did that. That was really good. And I like it raw. And now we're dehydrating it for okra chips, and we'll see how that works. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Up, going for my nap. Y'all take care. Wow, it's not even 11 o'clock yet, Piggy. You're doing your old people nap. I do my old people, I call it my old lady nap. I do my old lady nap around 2:30 or 3. It seems to work out really good for me. But have a nice nap, Piggy. Have a very nice nap. Yep, and have a blessed day. I think they are sweet when they are raw. Yeah, and they're not nearly. Oh, and I did find out something else too. Doing this dehydrating recipe. If you soak your okra in 1 part vinegar, 2 parts water for like 10 minutes, it takes some of that sliminess out. And so you soak them first, and then you rinse them off real good, pat them dry, and then I actually put them on like a drying rack for like a cookie drying rack or cooling rack, and made sure they were nice and dry. Make sure your knife is nice and dry. Your cutting board is nice and dry. You don't want any moisture anywhere. And you start cutting them, and you do not have that slime part, that issue. You know, when you cut, usually when you cut an okra into it, as soon as you cut, you have slime all over your knife. And it is not that way when you soak them. It takes some of that sliminess out of it. And it worked out really, really good. So that's another thing that I learned from this recipe, that clean and soak your okra, and it'll work out really good. I guess I need to try it. I've been eating okra all my life, but never raw. Oh my gosh, yes, try it. Dice it up like little rings, not as big as you would get, because fried okra is like chunks, you know, not quite that big. I did it like little, almost like celery, like you would do little rings. It works out wonderful in actually just a garden salad. I mean, it adds flavor. It's very good. I like it. Just try it, Nanny. You'll never know if you don't try. See, that's what I said. And I have tried it. Joey tried it and made that juvenile face he made because he didn't like fried okra. But I made the juvenile face too because I didn't like it either. Yes, I think so too, Dee. It's something about the more they mature, the woodier and slimier they get on the inside. I think when they're young, they're raw, there isn't much slime. Yeah, I agree with you. Or just take a big old bite out of one off the plant. There you go. That's it too. Maybe that would make you like fried okra more, Ginger. No, I don't think so. That's probably not going to happen. Although there's another thing I did. I did some jalapeno poppers, and I put a mixture, because I had seen this in a recipe. I put a mixture of melted butter and panko and tossed that together really good and put that on top of the jalapeno poppers, and then put some cheese on that. Oh my gosh, guys, that was so good. Adds that little crunch to the top. You got a little more cheese in there, and you know, you stuff it with cream cheese. I mixed sun-dried tomatoes and scallions in mine. Mixed all that up together, stuffed the pepper, and then put the panko butter mixture and the cheese on top. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Why do we always talk about food? Oh my gosh, there was something else I was going to talk about too, but I never did get to it. We're almost done. I may touch on it just a second here. I try it, but I absolutely love it fried so hard. Is it true? Yes. Josh said, fried okra, memories. I can't wait to get back to Bama. Hey, I heard Bama was going to have a SpaceX or space, the space program is going to Alabama. They're going to call it Rocket City now. So that's pretty awesome. You're going back, maybe they'll have lots of, it's going to bring in lots of jobs, I think. So, but you already have a job. You already got something waiting on you, fishing. That's right. I wrap my poppers in bacon, no breading. That sounds good. Thank you, Tamara. Have a great day. Our fish from Alaska will be showing up today, 26.8 pounds. Can't wait to eat some of it. That is awesome, Jerry. Yeah, I heard your part of your live the other night where you said all the people on the boat gave you their fish as well as the fish that you had because they couldn't take it home. I think that is so amazing. So that's awesome. Poppers not wrapped in bacon. Yeah, I don't wrap them in bacon. I just don't do it that way. That's right, Josh. I just felt bad for about 6 hours. Wasn't bad. I had a beverage and was 100%. Well, good. Yes, Rocket City. That's what I heard. You heard that too. Yay, Rocket City, Rocket Man. Actually, I think that's for Kim Jong-un or something like that. I think that's him. They are putting it in Alaska or Alabama. Yes, Alabama. Oakley, that's right, Josh. Okay, Space Force. Thank you. I was going to say, I did say SpaceX, and I didn't mean it. Space Force. It's okay. I'll leave it to you to correct me after you check your pockets, okay? Just saying. See you later, Tamara. Have a great day. Yes. Yep, I seen that, Miss Ginger. Will help the jobs there. That's North Alabama. We're by the coast. Oh, okay. So, but yeah, that's gonna bring a lot of revenue into there. The other thing I was gonna talk about when Joey and I'm gonna talk about this real quick, and then I'm gonna let you go get on with your day. When we were traveling last week, we went to a Steak and Shake. Has anybody been to a Steak and Shake recently? There is zero. When I say zero, I mean zero customer service that you get at Steak and Shake. And I know. LOL, a dig about misplaced keys. Yes, that's what that was. I know the whole thing with Cracker Barrel went on, and then Cracker Barrel, with their logo, and now they've changed back. They still have their CEO, which they probably need to reconsider that decision, and maybe people will go flock back to Cracker Barrel. But Steak and Shake, I believe, is the one that was slamming on Cracker Barrel. You did this and you did that. They're one to talk, not about DEI or any of that stuff. You go into Steak and Shake, you can't even talk to a person. Everything is, you go up to a kiosk, you order. That's it. No questions. Nobody standing there. Not like McDonald's. You can hit the kiosk or you can hit the front counter. No. You hit a kiosk, you pay, you order. All of it's right there. You have to take your receipt and you have to go over and you have to scan where the drink machine is for it to release a cup to you. Okay. Nobody hands you a cup if you get a value meal with everything included. You have to get. The only time you ever see anybody is when they put your order on the counter and call your name. That's it. That is zero customer service. What is going on? Are we living in George Jetson's world? Because I'm not about that life. Just because of that reason, I probably won't go back to Steak and Shake anymore. I did not realize they had gone that tech, and I mean, I know they're trying to save money, probably on, labor costs and all that. But no, I'm not doing that. Okay. I refuse. I will go somewhere else where somebody will come to the table. I remember when you used to have to wait to be seated at Steak and Shake, and you would go in and sit down and a waitress would come over. I would rather go sit at a restaurant like that. And for the price of Steak and Shake, I could go sit at a restaurant like that. So there you go. Don't slam somebody, sweep your own porch, as we say on Digging in the Word. Don't go slamming somebody else, when you got your own issues, as far as I can see. That's my feeling on it. And Steak and Shake is not what it used to be. It used to be so awesome. And yes, James, profit over people. And that absolutely sucks. Sorry. So I think Steak and Shake needs to keep their mouth shut when there's. Now I was, slamming Cracker Barrel all day long, but when you got issues like you don't even talk to people, you got bigger problems than a logo. I mean, that is ridiculous. I can't stand that. So, let's see. Let me see what everybody else says. I believe they need to fix the food too at Cracker Barrel. Now, I love me some hash brown casserole, Diana, sorry. I love me some hash brown casserole, and Joey will go there just to get chicken and dumplings. He absolutely loves their chicken and dumplings, but I'm not doing it. I don't want to go to Steak and Shake like that. No, me either. I want the old Steak and Shake back. The future isn't looking so great. No, it's not, is it? I mean, I just see us, running around in little spaceships. Meet George Jetson, Jane, his wife, his boy Elroy. You know, I'm back to those days, the cartoon, and I don't, that looked fun, but don't live it. I don't want to live it. They should go out of business soon. Which one or both? That happened to me in the hospital cafeteria, Ginger. Why would you do that to somebody who, if you're in the hospital, you're already under stress, and you're going to put them under more stress by doing all of that? Yeah. And this nostalgia white paper. I know, those were so cute. I love them. I will not go anywhere that does not have people serving it. I know. I'm just about that same way, because when we stop, now I haven't been to a Steak and Shake in quite a long time. I'm planted here in the homestead, and I don't go off the property a whole lot. And I can't tell you how long I've been to a Steak and Shake. It's been a long time, obviously. And we were passing by an exit, and Joey said, "You want Steak and Shake?" And I was like, "Ooh, that sounds good." Now, he's been back to work in Gainesville a couple of times, and there's like 2 Steak and Shakes in Gainesville, maybe even 3. And so he's been to them, and he knew all this stuff. I would have stood there like an idiot, going, "Is anybody going to come up here and wait on me?" And because I didn't know they had gone this whole route with, we don't talk to anybody. We won't even come to the counter and take your order or say hello to you. So yeah, no. He knew, and if it wasn't for him, I would have probably turned around and walked out and said, "I don't know what to do in there. I'll go somewhere where I can talk to somebody and tell them what I want to eat." I think all them fast food places are going to kiosk AI style service because of the pressure for increased minimum pay. Just saying. Well, you're sacrificing a lot there, because I don't like that at all. I don't use the self-checkout. I will walk out. Yeah. Hate that. Everything is changing. I know, me too. Crapper Barrel. I like that, Wendy. Crapper Barrel. These companies need to go. He's waiting out. Love you all. Oh, love you too. Hey, Lynn. Both. If they are doing stupid shenanigans. Yes. I feel the same. You look at the profits these companies are making. Thank you. Such a great point. And tell me they are hurting for money. Well, we know Cracker Barrel is now, because they lost like $8 million in like 2 days in stocks. But that was over something else that was stupid, that Bud Light should have said, "Hey, here, hold my beer. You should just watch me go down. Don't do that." That's a bummer to hear. Was looking forward to going to Steak and Shake. Darn, Josh said, "I'm sorry." I mean, they're all, you don't see anybody until they hand your order out. That's it. You're right. They aren't hurting, James. I mean, how much money do you people really need? I know. The corporate greed is just like freaking out. You know, I just can't, it blows my mind. It's one thing to make a profit. I understand that. But your greed is like taking over and changing things to where they're not good anymore. Cracker Barrel did the right thing by keeping the old logo because they wouldn't want to lose Lisa as a customer. I know. She loves to shop in the shop. I love to shop in the shop. I love that part. But I'm not going anywhere that has white shiplap on the walls, and they take all the junk and the trinkets off the walls. That's what Cracker Barrel is about. That's what they... And you know what I found out too? The name Cracker Barrel. Did you know that in the olden days, crackers came in a barrel? That's how they were delivered. I did not know that. And that is where they got their name, Cracker Barrel. Although they don't have a lot of crackers in there, it's mainly, just giant meals. But, anyways, Dee said selling their souls to the almighty dollar. Yep. I don't do self-checkout either. Me either. I mean, I'll do it in the Walmart because their cashiers are like, I don't know. It just seems like they're all tense and they got their own thing. And I'm like, but I am of the opinion if you're going to stop me when I'm going out, you gave me the option to do it myself. If you don't trust me to do it myself, you need to take this self-checkout out. So, anyways, yep, my granny's store had a giant barrel full of crackers. I didn't know that. I did not know that that's how they were shipped in barrels like that. And that's the reason for the name Cracker Barrel. That's where it comes from. I don't do self-checkout. I told them in Walmart I will leave a full grocery cart set and walk out unless I get a real cashier. Yeah. I don't use it at any place that has a self-checkout. Yeah, there's not a lot of people that like Joel Durbin. In the old stores, there was a large barrel of crackers. Yeah, I didn't know that. Hello, Joel. Good afternoon or good morning. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I mean, that was a shock to me that that's where they got the name. And they were trying to make something racist about the logo. They like to drop innuendos, but they don't have the facts to back it up. And then somebody will come and tell you facts are facts. This is the way crackers were shipped in a barrel, and that's where they got the name Cracker Barrel. It's not anything racist. So stop trying to change something. It's so frustrating. Everyone should boycott going to these places in order to show our displeasure with their way of doing things. I got a regular cashier to check out. Yeah, I don't, I'm very intentional about where I spend my dollars as well these days. And before I didn't, I was just like, well, whatever. And now I'm very cognizant of companies and what they do. And I try to intentionally spend my dollars, whether it's $5 for a snack or it's $150 for, or $200 for a solar panel. I'm going to be very intentional. I try to be very intentional about where I spend it. They were stale, but people still bought them with cans of sardines. Okay. All right. I will load up the cart then and just walk out. I know, right? If you want me to do it, if you trust me to do it, now they'll always stop you if there's something not in a bag. Like we go and we'll buy 2 and 3 cases of water and then maybe 2 bags of deer corn. They're always going to stop you because they want to see if you rang all that stuff up that was in the bottom of the buggy. Well, if you didn't trust me to do it myself, why do you have self-checkout? I understand there's heathens out here, but this is what irritates people about self-checkout. And then you're going to sit here and hold me up at the door going through my receipt. Sorry, if you don't trust me, you don't trust me. Shut those things down and put people at the registers. That way it gets done. Hey, Dawn, sorry. It's kind of like it ended on kind of like a complaining note. I'm sorry. I started with Steak and Shake because I can't believe how they've changed. And I'm just so upset about, where you have to order from a kiosk and you can't even talk to a flippin' person. Rebecca said 25 rows and this and that. This hat will, and what? And the hat will be done? Maybe that's what it means. Oh, here you go. 25 more rows and this hat will be done. Awesome. Well, hopefully we've talked you through most of the hat. And cheese had on the counter. Yes, I do remember a wheel of cheese. We would go to the country store. There was a wheel of cheese that had red rind on it. And you would just go up, lift the big glass dome, and you could just cut your own wedge of cheese. They would weigh it out at the register, and then they would wrap it up in wax paper, put it in a brown paper bag, and off you go. And that was pretty cool. I loved that. So, Let's see. They want to erase history. Yeah, they do. Don't they know that if you erase it, you're likely to repeat it? And a hunk of bologna. Yes, bologna too. Bologna. Oh my gosh, bologna's so good. Not to mention gives work to American citizens. Yes. Oh, sorry, I skipped over on. The local Walmart went only self-checkout for a couple of years. Now they put all the cashiers back in. I bet they got tired of folks stealing stuff. Yeah, they probably did. Carrot Destroyer, 70 years ago, my parents. What? Okay, yeah, I think you need to go. Oh, somebody already got rid of Tarot. Thank you. I appreciate that. What does your shirt say? My shirt says lazy days ahead. Lazy days ahead and we're on our way. No, this is not a Lazy Days Ahead live. But this is my Lazy Days Ahead 3/4 sleeve shirt. And I do love this. This shirt is so soft. The material is so stinking soft. I love it. Let's see. You have to scan your ticket to get your drink. Yeah, I know. That's the thing that really made me mad. I was like, okay, nobody hands you a cup. Where's the, and then you see the cup dispenser, but it won't let you take a cup until you scan that receipt. I would have never, ever known to do that. I would have had to wait till my meal come and say, where's my cup? How do I get a cup? I can't get a cup. You know, it's stupid. Oh my God, Dunkin' Donuts in Winchester forced you to order from kiosk. By the time I ordered, my donuts were sold out. I never went back. Yeah, that would be crazy. That's when I would say, okay, I'm going through the drive-through. At least in the drive-through, I can talk to somebody. Yes, so great. No preservatives. Yeah, olden day food, no preservatives. All right, guys. So we are like when I did the craft and chat with a little stitch and bitch there. Sorry, just kidding. Um, uh, we've now gone like 15 minutes over. So I'm going to let you guys go and get your day started. I hope that everyone has a wonderful and blessed day. I thank you all for coming in. Don't forget that Johnny and Christine are going at the end of Homestead Hangout tonight. So they're going to round it out, not start it over, or not start it. So don't go over there at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time thinking they're going to be on. Now, my brain is already trained to that, so I'm probably still going to go over there and think, oh, yeah, that's right. You know, I'll do one of those. So, anyways, guys, love you all. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you next week. Bye.